Okay, so all right, let me hop off because I am live. Oh, this was fast.
Okay.
All right, bye. Ooh, hi everyone. Hopefully YouTube sends out the notifications. I'm trying some different things. Let me grab my water bottle. Yes. Let me grab my water bottle and get ready to go because we do have to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac, the season 9 reunion part 1, which happened tonight. And y'all, it was interesting. Bianca the Beautiful is in the chat. So is DS. Hey, y'all. Hey. Listen, it's cold over here. So I'm back in a wearable blanket, but I got my notebook, and we're going to get into what happened on this show tonight. We got DS in the house, D Seratinas, Amanda K. Hey, my peanut is here. She's like number 6, DV is 3. Hey, Dana Brown. How you doing? It's so good to see you guys. It's so good to see you. I'm glad y'all are here. Um, hey, Krista Jones. Happy Sunday. Yes, thank you for my bubbles. I need y'all to give me my likes. We ain't got but 5 people that wouldn't double tap the screen. I need y'all to double tap, hit the dots, do whatever you got to do. I'm trying something different. So I think this is a double tap situation. I believe. I'm not sure. Hey, Yolanda Franklin. I'm going to assume it is because why wouldn't it be? I don't know. So y'all tell me, y'all, I'm trying stuff. I'm trying things out. So we're here. Tonight was the night that Real Housewives of Potomac had their season 9 reunion part 1. Now, we heard a whole lot on social media leading up to this to kind of give us an idea of what we were going to be walking into. Okay, so Evie says it's not vertical. So that means y'all can hit that like button the regular way. Thumbs up this video. Okay. Hey, Megaline Lamar's number. Thank you for being number 16. Listen, I'm so happy y'all are here. So I'm gonna tell y'all up front. Okay, transparency. Hey, Auntie Eva, thank you for being number 14. Moment of transparency. This is a migraine day for me. Okay. So, if you see me frowning or doing this, it's not because like I'm trying to look through the screen or like I'm trying to burn you with my laser eyes. It's a bad migraine day. Bad one. Came in yesterday evening and it's been hanging all day. No relief. So I'm cool. It's not my worst. If it was the worst of the worst, baby, the lights would be off. We would be doing this live stream in the dark or possibly not at all because it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. So real talk, I'm glad y'all here. And have mercy on me if you see me squinting. It is not you, it is me. Okay. Um, Let me make sure everybody knows we in here. All right, all right. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. I hope everybody had a wonderful Sunday. I hope so. I'm counting on you guys to give me your feedback. This one was interesting to say the least. This episode, this reunion felt different because Karen was not there. It did not feel the same with Karen gone, especially since even when Karen is not there, Karen is still the topic of conversation, which is super weird. It's super weird. And even with her being the topic of conversation, they still, according to Andy Cohen, got to talk about Karen some more. So I'm like, how much more we got on Karen, honey? Karen is not in the building, but Karen may as well be in the building. Fatima, you about to make you a sandwich? Hey, Tamika Graham. Happy to be happy. Y'all both number 20. Fatima, thank you for being 21. D Seratinas is in the house. The D Crazy DS is here to run that reflection corner because y'all know. Okay, y'all be getting crazy in here. And the way this reunion went, I ain't even mad at you. I ain't even mad at you. This one was interesting. Um, I think that it's going to get real funny with Mia on the next episode. And y'all remember we heard the rumor. Y'all remember we heard the rumor that somebody was fighting. Hey, Lulu's little girl. Thank you for being number 29, sis. Y'all remember? Put a one in the chat if y'all remember the rumors came out about there being a fight at the reunion for Potomac. Now I don't know how true it is, but that was the rumor. People were saying it happened. They were assuming it was Kiana and Mia, Mia and somebody else. I don't know. The way we saw Stacy getting at Mia, it could have been anybody. To be honest with you, I don't know. I can't call it. Hey, Miss Nisi, thank you for being number 30. So I can't call it. To be honest with you, I can't. I just can't. I don't even know what to make of it. To be real, but this is what they're saying. This is what they claim happened. I'm interested to see because it looked like, in the preview for next week, Mia stormed off. At the end of this one, she was saying she was leaving, during their break. Then they showed her coming back after the break. And people were kind of, looks like there's going to be some kind of friction on set next week. And then she storms off again. So I don't know whether she really left, whether she didn't leave. I don't know, y'all. I don't. But, it just is one of them things where it kind of is what it is. It kind of is what it is. Okay, so I have done my part. I have done my part. And we're ready to go. All right. So, I know what else. Wait. Oh. Hold on. Let me get in here. All right. So let me get my notebook. I got my water. Amanda K say in a clip, if you notice, Eddie was sitting next to Wendy in Mia's spot. Ooh, so Mia really did leave, huh? I was thinking that. I was thinking that we could go back to the clips from later on in the reunion to see if she was still there. So she really was gone. So maybe they had it wrong. Maybe there wasn't a fight. Maybe the fight happened right when she was leaving. Because we did see in the coming attractions for next week or the week after, with production, you never can tell. We saw Wendy like going off like, oh, heck no. Like, what happened? So maybe something did happen. You know what I mean? I have no way of knowing. And I simply cannot guess. Okay. But I did go ahead and pin the Cash App at the top. Y'all can, whether you do or don't, you don't have to. I just beg and plead. My Christian Key is here. Hey, Christian. I just beg and plead that you hit the like button and give me my bubbles, okay? I need bubbles. I see the bubbles coming. They moving a little slow. Them bubbles a little slow, but I do need y'all to like this video, okay? It's almost 20 people in here that don't like me. Almost. Yeah. Well, actually, there are 20 people in here that don't like me. And y'all know I'm sensitive. Hey, Angela Davis. All right. Krista say, will she get paid if she leave? Now, that part I can't tell you. I don't know. She might get paid if she leaves. She might not get paid if she leaves. I don't know. But we're going to get to these notes. And my sis on the phone has arrived. Hey, sis on the phone. All right. Okay, she hit me with the Snoopy. Okay. She here, we here. All right. Okay, so now there's only 9 people that don't like me. Hey, Diva2904, how you doing? Cocktails with Lovable Lisa. Okay. Listen, like I said, just a quick reminder for people who came in, well, not reminder, but restating for people who came in a little bit later. I do have a migraine. If y'all see me kind of lose focus or something, or if I don't look just right, it's okay. Like, I'm all right. I just have a pretty nasty migraine right now. It's like really, it's like across here. It's really, really, really bad. So y'all bear with me. but the gossip stops for nobody. Notebook ready to go. Okay. Thank y'all for sending up my bubbles. I appreciate it. Okay. So this is what's happening. Now, ooh, y'all, my hair get on my nerves. What is going on with this? Anyway, so they started off the show with Karen being interviewed. Hey Tracy Lashley, thank you for being number 43. She says she liked me. I like you too, sis. So started off with Karen being interviewed and them asking her how she felt about being convicted. She said that, her heart dropped and she was frightened. Naturally, who the hell want to go to jail? You know what I'm saying? Like some of us don't, if you get us wrong and it's the wrong situation, it might be one of them things where it just is what it is. But who wants to go to jail? Nobody. So I understand her being afraid. I did think it was a little bit gross, just a tad. It was a little bit gross that that Bravo played the body cam footage. We all watched it on social media. We're aware of what happened. Everybody watched it. Andy Cohen admitted himself on the show that there were thousands of comments, and there literally were thousands of comments about it because we all had an opinion one way or another. So it just seemed like, oh no, it felt like it was bad. To me, it's bad enough she in trouble. She gonna get in trouble. Not going to get. She's in trouble. She's been convicted. But it just seemed like overkill to turn around and then also play the body cam footage on national TV. Y'all get what I'm saying? If I'm tripping, let me know. I felt like that was a lot. Like, why are we doing all of that? Trina Taylor said, "Happy Sunday." Hey, girl, rise and shine. Hey, Makeup Addict. Makeup Addict say she agreed with me. DS say Bravo was messy. They were messy, and I think that was in poor taste. Like, what was the point of that? Other than y'all been looking for a way to humiliate this lady since she been there, and she didn't give it to you on the show, so you got it from the police footage? Geneva says because they wouldn't have done that to a Clear housewife. They absolutely wouldn't have. But they went out of their way to humiliate Karen Huger. For real, for real. My Christian Key says, welcome to the royal family. Please use that engagement button. I see the bubbles going up, and I thank y'all. The like button, don't let it get lonely. Don't let it get lonely. Okay. So they played that, and then there was they closed out their clips of that interview with Karen, with her saying that it's a lot of young people who like her and look up to her, and they call her Auntie Karen, which is true. And she said, and to them, her words were, do as I say, not as I do, which I can understand. We all do things that we shouldn't. We don't always set the best example. And I can respect the fact that she's aware of, how people view her. And she's aware that she doesn't want to set the wrong example. She knows that she did not set the best example with the drinking and getting behind the wheel of that car. And, I said, and I'll say again, me and Bianca we were talking on the phone, and we were actually talking about it. And I remember her saying, this is the conversation that should have been had on the live stream. So I'm going to just say what I said then, because that's truly how I feel. Mind you, we find out tonight that it wasn't just drinking. She was taking antidepressants and drinking and got behind the wheel of that car. All of that was reckless as hell. My problem with Karen with that is not the judgmental BS that the rest of these people are doing. Because let's be for real. These people are not concerned with Karen. They're concerned with embarrassing Karen. That's what they're concerned with. There's no concern for her safety, her family. Their concern is to embarrass Karen, right? And we all know that. Like, ain't no point in playing pretending like, no, Wendy included. Now, I'm sure she got her reasons, but Wendy included. However, my issue with Karen is she was taking the antidepressants, right? Evie says, "Oh no, poor Karen. They doing the same thing they did to Nene." That's exactly what they're doing. And I'm about to hit on it, but I gotta get on Karen first. You taking antidepressants because you're depressed, you're sad, you're hurt, you still haven't finished grieving over the loss of your parents. It's a tough thing, you know. It's a tough thing existing in a world where you have a mama and a daddy. And then just like that, you're an orphan. It changes your whole identity. You're no longer just Karen. Just like I was no longer just Shanitra. It was, you're the girl that don't have a mama or a daddy. Okay. And I feel like for Karen, you ended up on those antidepressants, you going through the grief. And I don't think she ever truly dealt with it. Even her daughter, even Raven was getting at her like, you never really dealt with this, man. You tried to push past it like it wasn't doing you nothing and it was doing you, which we all do. We all guilty of that, right? But what gets me with Karen is no matter how bad you're hurting, you still got to think about your children. All that conversation they having about, oh, she could have hit somebody. Y'all know good and hell well she hit a tree. She didn't hit no person. Hello, good night. But you got a child. You have a daughter. You got a daughter and a son, but your daughter is literally a little replica of you, even though she favored her daddy a lot. But she's a little replica of you. Women that got daughters, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you look at your girl, you seeing a piece of yourself. We all see a more perfect, more pristine version of ourselves when we look at our daughters. If you know that you was hurt that bad, that it's still eating you up and it's still tearing you up right now today, why would you go and put your daughter through that? Because you being selfish. As mothers, we can grieve, we can go through stuff, but there's a certain level of selfishness that we're not allowed to have. We just can't have it. Had something happened to her, while they saying she could have hit somebody, she could have killed somebody, my problem is you could have put your daughter in the exact same position that you're in. You could have done to your daughter the same thing that life has done to you. You know how you feel moving through the world without your mama. So why would you take a chance on doing that to your kid? Why would you do that? Now, those of y'all who've been here with me, with the rest of the Royals in the Royal family, those of y'all who have been coming to the porch since 2021 when we first got here, y'all know I don't like doctors. I don't like medicine. I think most all them people's is, in my opinion, I won't say all, but most of them a bunch of witches and wizards. I don't trust them. Y'all know I called a medication witchcraft in a goddamn minute. Hey, DM Rocks. Hey, Lady Blue. But when it came down to it, and I felt like, okay, you slipping away from here. Your daughter ain't got nobody but you, heifer. So what did I do? I went and got some help because I got to stay here for my kid. That's what pissed me off with Karen. You got to do something. Like you can't just move through the world like that. If something happened to you, now Raven ain't got no mama. That's my problem with Karen. You got to do better than that, mama. I understand you grieving. I understand. And I can't imagine how bad it was for her, because at least when my father left, I had time to digest that before God took my mama. With Karen, she lost them back to back. I don't know how that messes with you mentally. But no matter how bad it hits you, you still got to remember that you somebody's mama and that kid is depending on you. That's my problem with Karen. Your child is dependent on you and you tripping. You tripping. And ain't no other way to put it. Fatima said, I remember the story you shared on your father's birthday about the cake you bake him each year in memorial of him. It's true. That coconut cake. Geneva's here. She can tell you about that coconut cake. That coconut layer cake every year. Every year. So it's like we all have our ways of coping. But Karen, I really want to see her do better. And it's not on some, oh, I want to drag her, I want to see her come down, or you know, as black people, like we like to do to each other, oh, I want to see them humbled. Like, I don't have them thoughts, I don't have those feelings, I don't think, move, or operate that way. I just want her to do better, because your children do not deserve to go through what you're going through before their time. Just, girl, you got to do better, because you owe it to them. Okay. And that's really how I feel about Karen. I love you, girl, but this ain't it. Hey, sweet beloved. And it's bad because I couldn't even see that I was out. I could see y'all's comments telling me I was frozen. Wait, can y'all see me? I don't know. If I need to start another one, I will. I'm confused. I don't know what happened. Okay, y'all can see me. Okay, bet. Yeah, they kicked me out. Like, I don't even know what that was about. That was so awful. Hey, God's anointed daughter, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, they put me out my own life, but I'm back though. I'm back. So, anywho, dang, that was tough. But anyway, it started. The reunion started off with Stacy immediately running to Ashley. Where's Karen? Have you seen Karen? I don't see a dressing room for Karen. You say now the sound is cutting out. What is going on? Okay, so YouTube tripping tonight. If they don't get this right, y'all, we're gonna be in Discord or on Twitch. Like, honestly, I'm trying to hang with them, but we ain't finna do this all night. We not. I can tell you that. We not doing this all night. But immediately asking for Karen. Okay, Auntie Eva can hear me. Okay, bet. Immediately asking for Karen. You had Kiana running to Wendy asking, it sounds like I'm cussing every other word. Oh no, they could hear me. You might have to go out and come back, Peanut. Um, she runs to Wendy. Where's Karen? Wendy said, call her. So Kiana calls Wendy. I mean, Kiana calls Karen. Karen don't answer the phone. And I'm trying, this is where I like Wendy, but I don't like the way she moved with certain things. If you know you got an issue with Karen, you know you feel a certain type of way because she said something you didn't like, just be straight up. Why are you playing the game? Why would Wendy not be like, Kiana, don't ask me nothing about her. I don't do her right now. What is all this caller? What's that for? You know you don't like her. You know you don't like her. Seriously. So what are you doing? See, this is the stuff that make people feel a certain way about Wendy. This is the stuff. And then later on, we're going to talk about some other stuff she did too that kind of made me look at her like, girl, come on. Just stop it. But anyway, they went through that. Ashley's talking about Karen too. Telling, when she's talking to Stacy, oh, Karen lied to our faces the whole season. But she really didn't know. What we saw Karen Huger do the whole season was refuse to talk about her charges. That's what she did. She refused to talk about her charges. She never said, I never drank, I never got behind the wheel of a car. She didn't do none of that. The only thing Karen Huger did was refuse to talk about the charges that she had. But Ashley, like, oh, she lied to our face the whole season. No, she did not. What she did was refuse to give y'all what you was looking for. Hey, Rochelle, thank you for being number 63. So I was like, okay, here we go. And Wendy was like, oh, she not answering the phone. It's a slap in the face because we soldiered for her and I soldiered for her. Girl, she don't have to talk to you. And then for them to find out later she's in rehab, don't you feel dumb talking about a slap to the face? If she in rehab, I'm sure she ain't got that cell phone. Hey, Yvette from Birmingham, UK. Thank you for being number 67. Yolanda said, I believe for sure Stacy was right. Karen not thinking Wendy was shady. Giselle and her 7 necks was the wrong messenger to tell Wendy. Well, there you have it. Straight from Yolanda. Now, they the whole theme for the reunion was this Panama theme or whatever. So I was like, lackluster. I don't even know how that gave Panama just setting up a set with multicolored buildings and walls and stuff. Hey, Tamika G, thank you for being number 68. Um, First thing they did, you had Andy Cohen saying, um, there's an elephant in the room, which is Karen's not here. Um, Andy asked if anybody had spoken to her. I guess he was gonna see if she had already told them that she was in rehab, but nobody had spoken to her since Christmas. That he reiterated she was found guilty on 7 out of the 8 charges they put on her, and let them know she was in rehab. So everybody was supportive, like, oh, that's good. I'm glad she went to rehab. I'm glad everything's cool, blase squaze. And then here come Wendy. Well, I just think that it's suspicious of the timing, and she's probably doing this trying to get, consideration on her sentence. And I love the fact that it was Giselle that was like, I'm sure she is, and anybody would. I say that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And how bad is it before Giselle is the voice of reason? How bad are things before Giselle Bryant is the voice of goddamn reason? Okay. And then Stacy was like, oh, let's be supportive. And this is where Stacy is starting to show me who she is, and I don't think I like it either. What do you mean, let's be supportive? Girl, the first time you got mad, you went trying to spray Karen to make sure everybody was mad with her. So now it's let's be supportive because you want to make yourself look good. Stacy, you real disingenuous and you real phony. Right, Geneva, why would Karen want to go to jail? It don't make no sense. It's stupid. This is stupid. So Mia chimes in, oh yeah, that's probably why she's doing it. That's the only reason. And like Giselle said, anybody would. Ashley was like, well, I felt like she might not come, so I brought a picture of her. And so Giselle and Andy joking like, oh, let's put a picture up front. Don't put her in the second chair. And Ashley, I guess, didn't like that. She brought the picture of people to clown Karen and be shady to Karen and all that. And so because they wanted to put her up front next to Andy, it's my picture. That's my picture. I say, wow. You hate on the picture. You brought the picture of the lady there, then go to hating on the picture. At the end of the day, ain't nobody told you to bring it, Pennywise. Ain't nobody told you to bring that picture up there, RoboCop. You didn't have to do that. So then she went to hating on the picture, snatched the picture back. They like, okay, so you ruined the fun, and it wasn't even a cool moment. You wasn't funny. You gave nothing but a hater. That's all you gave. And yes, Karen is a bad chick, and they do appear to be very, very pressed. Okay, but after that, um, okay. Hey, blessed and unbothered. Yep, I think I'm back now. Right. But so she starts telling them, what's going on with her. This is when we find out that she was taking antidepressants and drinking. So she wasn't just drinking, she had taken antidepressants and she was drinking. So that's a dangerous combination. Again, I don't know why Karen would take that kind of those kind of risks with her health and her life, knowing that her children need her. Let alone Uncle Ray. Shout out to Uncle Ray, because he is like the best backup partner that you could have. We watched Uncle Ray try to come up with a story to tell the police to help Karen to keep her from getting arrested, and the whole nine. Uncle Ray is a trooper. He is the real deal. And I do mean the real deal. Okay. So we find that out. And then she starts going through the list of people that she wants to thank. I had a feeling the minute that she started going through that list, I said, yeah, this might not be good. When I heard the first person that she wanted to thank was Giselle, I said, oh, this is not going in a good direction. I can tell you right now, this ain't going in no good direction. The first person she wanted to thank was Giselle, because she's been there. You've been there for me, and I love our friendship outside of the show. um she was like, I appreciate the note you put in my flowers that said one step at a time, and that's exactly, you know what we got to do is take one step at a time. And she said that she had called her and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't like the direction it's going in. This don't feel right. But okay. Then she said the second person she wanted to thank was Kiana. I said, oh no, this is definitely going in the wrong direction. Like the whole wrong direction. I'm gonna give y'all my opinion in just about a minute. But hold on. She wanted to thank Kiana because Kiana had always been checking on her and, you know, all this good stuff and supportive. Third, she wanted to thank Jossie, the other new girl. So I'm sitting there like, merciful Father. That was all I could say was merciful Father. The fact that you don't went from Kiana all the way down to Jossie, you ain't known her but 10 minutes. I knew right then Wendy wasn't even going to get an honorable mention. Number 4, she thanked Candace. Candace ain't even on the show no more, y'all. Let's get this clear and understood. Candace is no longer even on the show. She ain't. Candace ain't on that show. She said, but she reached out and she was so supportive. I said, hey. What is going on here? Jesus. Then she said, and I have one person, a very special somebody. And I said, okay, well, the special somebody might be Wendy. That might be the special somebody. But no, it was Andy Cohen. He was a very special person who's been supportive and checking on her and blase, squaze, boop, boop, boop. I said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Evie said that means something happened with her and Wendy. Yep. So the whole time Karen video is playing, Wendy done roll her ass till you think they about to come loose in there. Giselle was over there crying. You know, anytime she get emotional, she want the camera to shut off and everybody to be quiet and move on and let's not talk about it. And the Cohen was like, Giselle, you over here crying. And she was like, yeah, it was, you know, moving because I really care about Karen and we done seen her do reckless stuff. And this make me feel like she really realized for real she got to do something or whatever. And kind of made me feel like it may be something to some of the accusations they made about Karen as far as like how she treats herself and things of that nature. Vet say they haven't shown us her and Wendy's confrontation on the previews, then took it out, spiteful of Karen. They didn't show the confrontation, huh? But something happened. Something definitely happened. We knew it was gonna be something to it because of what Stacy did, right? So then Andy asked Wendy, like, you know, you look like you feel away about what Karen said or whatever like that. And she was like, well, she basically didn't want to conflate the issues about what Karen's saying and what she going through. And because she still feel a way about what Stacy told her Karen said about her. And for those of y'all who missed it, Stacy went and told Wendy that Karen said that she's not really a girl's girl and she's very self-absorbed. Now, that may be true. See, this is the thing. This is what I'm going to say. And we like Wendy. We like Karen. But what I'm going to say is this. Karen know you better than us. And the fact that this is your response to somebody saying that they don't feel like you a girl's girl and that you not and that you self-absorbed, like I don't know. To me, it didn't seem like this was a whole lot for you to be doing all that too. The way Wendy's acting, it's giving, you know, I supported you, even though I really didn't feel it, but I was supporting you. So that means you can't never give me no type of critique. Don't you critique me to nobody. Don't say nothing about me unless you're singing my praises. That's what it gave. And right, Stacy was messy for that. She was, listen, let me tell you, she was trying to put her on. She was, in my opinion, Karen was trying to give Stacy the game, like, this is what's going on. Okay. And Kiana called Stacy out. She was like, it's kind of messed up that you waited till you was mad with Karen to say that, though. Because that is true. The timing is messed up. If you felt like what she said was so bad, so awful, so horrible, the minute you got cool with Wendy, you should have did that right in front of Karen. Now, Karen, I don't think you meant nothing bad, but you told me this girl was self-absorbed and not a girl's girl. I don't see her that way, man. She said, she do seem like a girl's girl or whatever. The fact that you waited till you was mad, you waited till mad day to say that ain't never gonna be cool. And you can tell Wendy is self-absorbed because the conversation was had tonight on the reunion. And Andy was like, do any of y'all feel that way about Wendy? All of them said yes. And Giselle was very vocal, like, yes, of course she's self-absorbed. So the fact that everybody can say you self-absorbed, but you acting like you so mad about Karen saying it gives me it's a little more to that. And it gives me that Karen know a lot more about you, or she done peeped more about your persona than she ever put in front of a camera, to be quite honest. And in my opinion, you proven her right. You very self-absorbed. It gives anything you ever said in her defense or anything that you ever done to support her when people were attacking her. It wasn't because you genuinely supported Karen. It was because you knew it made you look good, which goes back to being self-absorbed. And even tonight, when all of them were brutally honest, and she's like, oh, to be my friend, because basically Giselle was like, Wendy, you a lot to digest. You are a lot to digest. And I think I speak for most people here when I say when she first came on the show, most of us didn't like her. Put a 2 in the chat if you did not like Wendy her first season on Potomac. Put a 2 in the chat if you did not like her first season. If you liked her from the beginning, put a 4 in the chat. Let me put my 2 in the chat because I know I didn't like her. I didn't like her at all. Not even a little bit. Anna say she always liked her, but Anna, you see all these tools? Agnes say she liked her. Anna, I don't think it was jealousy. E. Legua says 4. They liked the cocktails, liked her. Tracy says she was team too much. I didn't like her. I'm going to be honest. I ain't like her. Hey, Chlo Glow. I didn't. And I'm going to tell you why I didn't like her. That first season, I don't think we got a chance to see the real her. I think what Wendy does is she gives you the defensive version of her first. I think when she first came on the show, I think she was being defensive. I think she had her guard up. And I think that behavior we got the first season was her trying to prove something, like, I'm not going to let y'all run over me. I'm going to let you know my worth, my value, X, Y, and Z. And that can come off kind of not so cool. And it does take time for people to kind of grow on you. Okay? Auntie would say that's true. She was guarded. And that's how it came across. It wasn't cool. Every 2 minutes, photograph. Like, girl, we heard you the first time. We heard you the first 4 times. It was so bad, I was calling her juvenile from Cash Money Records, taking over from the 99 and the 2000 because she had 400 degrees. I'm like, man, look, can we know something else about you other than them 400 degrees in that foundation that don't match your complexion? Can we know anything else about you? Second season, she came back. We got a chance to kind of get to know her. And the minute we got a chance to know Wendy and actually see Wendy without the defensiveness, without trying to prove herself, it was like, oh, we like this girl. She all right. You know what I'm saying? She had her little cringe moments here and there, but we liked her. So I could see how somebody could get that from her. You know what I'm saying? And Karen is around her way more than we are, way more than we see her, because none of us are ever around her. But Karen is around her. Hey, E. Davis, thank you for being 77. Karen is around her and interacts with her way more than we get to watch this lady on television. So I could see where Karen might know a little bit more about her personality. Evie says she was not that girl first season. Yeah, she was not. She was not. Anna said everybody would know I have 4 degrees too. And she told us, and we knew. Now we need to know something else. Like, your whole personality cannot be your degrees. You're in America. Most Black women have degrees. I'm just saying. Can we know something else about you? Can we know anything else about you? She came on that show at a time where everybody on that show had a degree, even Ashley. Even Bulba's four-headed Ashley had a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to give us something more than that. And I think we got the 400 degrees. Okay. But yeah, that was, to me, that was the tough part. That was the tough part. I'm back. Christina said every conversation she had in the first season, she mentioned them dang degrees. Her identity was wrapped up in her degrees. It was. And it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't just take that in. But even tonight, the ladies were being friendly. They was being cool with her, but they were being honest about their feelings. And I saw her get defensive tonight. Instead of her being like, you know what, touche, maybe I can be. Because I can't remember who said it. It was like, everybody can be to a certain degree. She was like, well, I mean, to be my friend, you have to be secure because I'm confident. And it's like, girl, relax. Okay. Geneva says she's not very self-aware. She's not. And that kind of thing can come off a certain kind of way. Do I think Karen was wrong to say it? No. Do I think she should have said it to her? Yes. That's where I blame Karen. Because if I think something about you, I'm gonna say it to you. If I consider you a friend, I'm gonna say it to you. By the time you hear it from somebody else, you will have heard it from me first. Or if I say it in conversation and I'm not thinking about it that deep, if you come to me, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I said that, girl. You be acting X, Y, and Z, and we gonna move on. Or if you're the type of person that your friends can't have no type of an opinion about you unless it's singing your praises, then what you can do is go to hell if you don't pray. I don't want nobody around me I gotta walk on eggshells with, and I can't be real and honest or whatever, because we just not finna do that. Hey, generous soul. Thank you for being number 77. But yeah, that kind of thing is like, it throws me all the way off. So Stacy was absolutely messy. And when Kayana called her out about that, she was like, well, it wasn't just that I got upset with her. I was there for her and she wasn't there for me. It still goes back to, once you got mad, you said something. You wasn't moved to say nothing till you got mad. You was going to keep right on smiling in Wendy's face, even though you thought this was so heinous. And what's crazy is, if you knew some real dirt on Karen, you would have sprayed that too. But the fact that all you had was that little bit of nothing, and you sprayed it, I hope Karen know exactly who you are. All this play nice Mary Poppins bull crap that Stacy been popping, girl, that's not who you are. You phony as hell. You're phony as hell. Stacy phony. Anna said, if Karen what said Wendy, everyone go wait. Anna, retype that. If Karen said what Wendy said, everybody would go up for the Grand Dame. What did about the gotta be confident or whatever? It's all about context. It's not just what you say, is when you say what was the conversation when you said it. If you just say that dry long so, okay, cool, all right, girl, pop it. But when people are asked about your personality, and they give it to you and they're like, yeah, we do agree with that you can be that way or whatever. And nobody was being nasty. Nobody was taking shots. Nobody was taking jabs. Nobody was being shady. I even heard them acknowledging that everybody can be self-absorbed sometimes. What was the reason for her to do that? And she didn't do it with a smile. She wasn't being jovial or jocular. She was actually being defensive and snarky. And that's when people see you different. And that's coming from somebody, I used to be like that. So I totally get it. Sometimes now, if you catch me wrong, I can be like that. The difference is, I know I'm doing it. And if somebody points it out, I'm not going to get defensive. I'm going to be like, yeah, I was tripping. You got me. Hey, Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady is here. Hey, Aries son. So that's kind of the difference. And it's like, you got to be self-aware. You got to know yourself. I know who I am. Like, I'm that person. On a bad day, if you catch me wrong, I might get snarky. I don't snark a lot, but I can get a little snarky. And if you tell me I'm doing it, I'm not going to be like, start, with these monologues and little, searching for the one-liners. Because we know Wendy will search for a one-liner. We like Wendy now. We didn't always like Wendy. We like Wendy now. But we got to tell the truth. I don't care if it's Wendy, Mindy, Lindy, who. It is what it is sometimes. Now, Wendy said that is not her friend. She said, putting that together with what Stacy said and the fact that Karen didn't mention her, that means that, that Karen's not her friend. Maybe she ain't. Maybe y'all not really friends. Maybe y'all were friends of convenience, because at the time, Karen, Candace, and Wendy had to go up against Team Yellow together. Now that Team Yellow is more or less been disbanded, maybe y'all were just friends of convenience. Maybe y'all not real friends. That's possible too. But I'm also not going to say Karen was wrong for saying that was her opinion of Wendy, that she's not a girl's girl and she's self-absorbed. I could see why she would say that. I don't think it's that bad. But if, production don't want to show us the confrontation between the two of them to see how it was handled, then we're never going to know how it was handled. Hopefully Karen was like, yeah, I said that. I hope she didn't, try to dance around it or avoid it or not answer it or not, speak to it. Because if you ask me if I said it, I'm going to tell you, yeah. Sure did. Okay. Giselle was like, but, after she said she not my friend, Giselle was like, but you know that. This is where the conversation got interested. Because Giselle was like, girl, you know that. Because I told you that. Say, we've been telling you that. Then production went showing all the recaps of her sticking up for Karen. And when she did her episode at the White House, she went to the White House. She took Karen with her and all of that. I don't know. Giselle was like, but kept saying, but I told you. And Wendy was like, but I didn't trust you, which is fair too. She did, say when everything happened last season, when Nakatata called her mama a witch, she said Karen was the only one that stuck up for her mama, which is true, because Giselle was going along with it, talking about she was calling Pastor Holy Hoarder, ask him about witches. Like, what would he know? But that happened. Then Andy pointed out that in Karen's video, she said she'll be coming back as Karen and not the Grand Dame. And he was like, to him, that was the headline. So, and Giselle chimed in like, yeah, when she not on the show, she is awesome. And everybody was like, oh, she's awesome, or whatever. So then Andy talks about the body cam footage, saying that it was very difficult to look at. Mind you, you say it's difficult to look at, but y'all made sure you played it on national television. But it's difficult to look at. And then he starts reading social media comments. But what I find interesting, I know for a fact, big fact, that every social media comment was not negative. But I find it very interesting that every social media comment that Andy grabbed to read, he only grabbed the ones that were the most negative. And I thought that was kind of intentional and nasty. Hi, HB. HB said, Karen is the real colorist. If you say so. I don't know that, but if you say so. Then we get to the Wendy segment. Wait, we got another comment. Trina Taylor says, have Wendy forgotten that Giselle told her that in season 5 and Wendy and Karen came to an understanding in season 6, especially when Giselle came for Wendy's husband and they band together? That's why I'm like, I don't know. Production does not show us enough to know what went on between Wendy and Karen. I feel like we, the people, deserve to see the entire conversation between those two. I feel like we, the people, deserve that. We do. Because, Willie, you said, I don't think he has to read the positive comments of Karen getting a DUI. What's positive about that? It wasn't about the DUI. I'm not sure if you heard me or whether there's a comprehension issue. What I said was the comments after the body cam footage, there was a lot that was said. Like, there were people cracking jokes. There were people being very negative. There were people holding her accountable. It was a wide range of comments. And I find it very interesting that he only grabbed the nastiest ones he could find, which was intentional. That was intentional as hell. If you're going to talk about what the public is saying and what's being said on social media, to only grab a certain type of comment is actually trying to paint a narrative. Andy, we see you. This ain't your first time, Andy Cohen. We've seen you before. Geneva says, right, Karen is definitely more of an elitist, not a colorist. Yes, she's absolutely an elitist. Now that is, I will give you. Karen is absolutely an elitist. I would not give her colorism. I wouldn't give a colorist, but elitist, And I find it funny. I'm gonna just be honest. I find it hilarious. But I'm not gonna go into that because then I'm gonna end up talking about the body cam footage because that was funny. That was freaking hilarious. But y'all, we got to get to the Wendy segment. The Wendy segment, they showed us the Giselle and Wendy moments where they made up, they talked. Right, Evie. Karen is funny. I'm sorry. Karen is hilarious. The Wendy and Giselle moments, them talking, them going to dinner, all that good stuff. We got the footage of her telling her mama that she resigned from being a professor. And by the way, I love Mama Susan. That I love her. I just love all of her energy so much. She reminds me very, very much of Auntie Joma. Like her energy is that. I love her for that. We got the White House episode where she took Karen. They talked about that, showed that like multiple times tonight. So agenda, but I saw it. Then we get not the episode, but the clip where Stacy outs Karen for saying what she said about Wendy. We got, some feedback from Wendy where she was saying, Andy was like, well, you seem, different this season. And she was like, I turned 40, I'm starting a new decade. And she said she felt lighter now that she was no longer a professor. He mentioned that her and Giselle made up. And she was like, yeah, that, that helped too, that they didn't have that tension and stuff going on. Hey, Cloud9, that they didn't have that tension anymore. All the animosity they had was gone. So that was good. I know for the viewers, that was good because we didn't want to keep seeing that either. That was kind of whack. They talked about, how they got to where they were okay. Turns out they had a 2-hour conversation where they went through all of the stuff, and Giselle said that they actually listened to each other and they never had really done that, like sat down to really listen to each other. So I thought that was really cool that we did find that out. I would like it better if they had played more of the conversation rather than let us hear about the conversation later. I think it would have been cooler if we could have actually seen that interaction. Some of that stuff that Ashley gave us, we didn't need to see that. I would have much rather seen the conversation between Giselle and Wendy. And Yolanda, you're right. Giselle is not to be trusted. Giselle is a heinous person. I wouldn't trust Giselle. With nothing. But I still would have liked to see that conversation because those two really had some stuff going on. So that would have been really cool if we could have seen that, is what I think. Now, then Giselle had to be Giselle. Giselle wouldn't be Giselle if she wasn't Giselle. Giselle outed Stacy. Oh my God. Adrian Marie said, I don't think Giselle and Wendy will ever be close on the show. Yeah, probably not, and they shouldn't be because Giselle is not to be trusted. Wendy better not go trusting Giselle like that. Karen D said, I still don't understand why Karen would say that Wendy didn't fit the aesthetics of Potomac. You mean from way back? The first season? Because I don't think she said that this time. I don't think she said that this time. I don't know. But I can't tell you either, Karen D. Yvette Stacy is a bad liar because baby Giselle outed her. Giselle outed Stacy, and it was something about the look on Stacy's face when Giselle outed her. For those of y'all who didn't watch, Giselle said Stacy, because they asked about Happy Eddie, okay, and they asked how the reefer business was doing. And so Wendy was like, "Oh, it's going great. It's going wonderful. You know, the cannabis business is booming, it's bopping, is humming, is all that. You know what I'm saying?" So he was like, "For real?" She said, "Yeah, it's going good." And Andy said, "Have any of y'all partook in Happy Eddie's products?" And all of them, not all of them, but a few of them was like, "Yeah, Stacy was over there like, I love his products. He's really great." Baby, here comes Giselle. Giselle clocked in at this reunion. Giselle don't usually give us much. She don't. Giselle gave us a little something tonight. Baby, Giselle said, "Yeah, Stacy finna go in. Stacy finna go in the reefer business. Stacy finna sell some Happy Stacy." Baby, why Wendy was like, "For real?" And Stacy was like, "No, I'm not. I don't have no idea what she's talking about." And so Giselle was like, "Don't be happy." She was like, "Don't be surprised if she pop up with a Happy Stacy or something." However she put it. I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't normally believe Giselle all the time, but I'm gonna tell you this. I believe Giselle on that because it was the look on Stacy's face. Stacy looked caught. She looked like a deer in the headlights. When Giselle was like, "Oh, you finna sell something," Stacy trying to sell reefer too. I said, "Ooh." And Andy brought up them candles and was like, "Well, did you copy Karen with the candles?" And Wendy was like, "No, you forgot Karen copied me with the candles." I don't think Karen copied her with the candles, and I don't think she copied Karen. I think Karen had somebody doing her brand and stuff for her. I don't think Karen was doing her own stuff, even though she pretended she was. And I think that was something they had on the lineup to do. And I think that once she found out Wendy was doing hers, that she hurried up and dropped her for hers first. Now, that's what I think Karen did. I do not believe Karen was managing her own brand and coming up with products. I know she had to say she was for the show. But I don't believe Karen on that. I think when Wendy came to Karen to ask her for advice about running a business or whatever, because she saw that LaDawn was doing good, I think she said, "Oh crap, she finna sell candles too." And I think she hurried up and dropped hers so nobody wouldn't say that she copied Wendy. She'd have came out better when Wendy came to her house, in my opinion, and say, "Girl, they had pitched candles to me. I'm getting ready to release mine," rather than blindsiding her. That's what made it look real messy to me. Okay. Trina Taylor say Stacy give me she dizzy. She's a dizzy psycho that will stand over your head with a eek eek while you sleeping. I don't know. Vet call us Spacey Stacy. Stacy ain't Spacey as she pretend. Because she sat up there lying about that reefer. I believe Giselle. I do. Geneva say Giselle says she ain't going out like Robin. Nope, because she got to pay for the cabin in the woods. Giselle says she's not going. She ain't going. Nope. So I thought that was very interesting. So yeah, Giselle doubled down on it when after Stacy tried to lie out of that. But I do believe it. And then, Andy gets a viewer question. Andy gets a viewer question about, Wendy putting the stipulations in the trust fund for the children about them getting the masters. And so she was just like, she went ahead and spelled it out for them rather than giving them the capsulized version. She said that they're all going to get something, but if they get their masters, they will be able to get more. If they learn to speak Igbo, they get more. And she said if her daughter joins AKA, she gets more. So that's what she's doing. And so Andy was like, "Oh, I need to do that." And, Giselle was like, "Oh, that's a good idea. I need to do that too." I think that's cool. And I think that people who have a problem with parents having standards for their children, you're a problem. Like, that's not a problem. I think standards are good and more people should have them. Adriana Marie said, and Giselle said, "Oh, Stacy's educated." Yeah, that was funny. Yvette said, "Not me and Auntie Eva. Not me, Auntie Eva." That's what Ashley and Giselle said. She's naming her weed business. Oh, Yep, that is exactly what Giselle said. Then they asked Wendy, did she regret taking Karen to the White House with her? She said now she does regret it. Um, this was the segment when they brought that back up what Stacy told Wendy that Karen said, and that's when Kiana called her out and was like, "It's just real funny. You waited till you got mad to say it." And so Wendy said that Karen told her Stacy is smart and educated. Watch out for her. She's smart and educated. My thing is, what is that to even say? Why was that something to repeat? That's not a diss. This is what y'all come up with. Let me just tell you something. This is the type of stuff that make me not feel like Karen was wrong for what she said about Wendy. Like, girl, are you okay? So because you're mad, you want everybody to be mad. Why do Stacy need to be mad? Why do Stacy need to be mad? Hey, astute Queen B. What's up, girl? Where you been? But it's the fact that the best you could come up with was that Karen said, all right, be careful with her. She's smart and she's real smart and educated. What? She didn't say she tall and doofy. She didn't say she's a goofy liar. She didn't say that, she watched SpongeBob and eat fruit roll-ups. She said she's smart and educated. What? Am I the only one who looked at the screen and was like, what? How much sense do that make? What? This is the bombshell that you got. She called Stacy smart and educated. Woo. This is why 9 times out of 10, this is why Karen got that opinion of you, Wendy. You, girl, listen, I ain't got no dog in that fight, but I'm going to tell you, it don't look good. You basically had nothing to say. She's smart and educated. And Giselle made it no better and no worse because she was like, she is. And Stacy had the nerve to be offended, y'all. What the hell are you offended for? Hey, Carrie Clark. Carrie Clark says she with me on this one. Trina say that's a compliment and was. Even said Karen stood up for Wendy too. So it ain't like Wendy went out her way unfairly for Karen. Right. Wendy full of crap on this one. On this one, the fact that the only thing Stacy had was she said you're not a girl's girl and you self-absorbed and you this mad. You this mad. You wanted something to spray, but the best you could do was tell Stacy she complimented her. And Stacy was about to twist herself into a pretzel, trying to find a way to be offended at that. Talking about well, why wouldn't she want two women who are like-minded to get to know each other? She ain't never said that. Wasn't none of that said. And I was actually glad that Giselle then was like, I don't think that's what she meant by that. So it's giving other people picked up on Wendy was trying to be nasty. You was trying to be nasty. And then you didn't even know how to do it. You told a girl she complimented the child, get the hell out of here. So anywho, again, I ain't got no dog in that fight. She supposed to be so mad. So I guess when she gets so mad, she don't even know how to spray. But okay. Or maybe she just didn't have nothing real to spray. But anyway, when Giselle says she is, I hollered. Stacy talking about something. Yes, I am. I am. I have a degree. I'm educated. I'm very smart. It was funny to me. Hey, I'm that girl. What's up? Thank you for being like number 93. It was funny to me because Stacy, how you gonna get offended? Your whole persona on this show has been pretending like you're slow. Your whole persona on this show has been pretending to be an airhead. You've been pretending to be ditzy and dizzy. You run to these ladies and ask them goofy questions so that they won't see you as a threat. I see that. I saw through that. I just thought it was funny. But how dare you? How dare you be offended that Giselle said she is when you've been your whole shtick? has been the black blonde. Your whole shtick has been the black blonde. Yvette say, yeah, that's what Karen meant. Right. Like, watch out for her child. She's smart. She's, she real smart. She educated. And I feel like Karen put that out there because she knew Stacy was gonna come in there playing dumb. She knew Stacy was gonna play the ditzy, the airhead. Like, ooh, I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, I don't know what I'm saying. Karen was letting her know, don't fall for that. That help was smart as hell. She educated. What's wrong with that? Baby, let me find out all them Detroit heifers full of crap. Let me find it out. Now, Stacy, you pretty, but you better not try to sell no reefer, because at that point, you going to prove Giselle right. And then I'm going to wonder if Karen was right about you playing the role, because I feel like that's what Karen was trying to tell Wendy, this heifer coming in here playing the role. Even say you can't rightfully be mad at a person saying that. You can't. But she was trying to twist, baby, she was a contortionist, trying to twist herself into a position where it was something bad. Anna said, Karen always pretend like the new girls pretend to like the new girls so she can have everyone on her side, but Karen is not a friend to no one. I don't know. Well, if she ain't a friend to nobody, then it sounds like she treating everybody the same. I don't know. But anywho, we get past that. And they get, they had the conversation. Oh, Karen get the new girls, and she tries to groom. Giselle says she grooming them. She get them and she groom them. Now she did it. She grooming people. So that's what Giselle saying. She get them and she want them by the other people and spin them in her direction or whatever. I don't know, because I'm not there, and they never take the cameras, so we don't get to see how that go. They asked Kayana, and she was like, no, she ain't never did that to me. She ain't never been that to me. She always been very good to me. Even when my face got cut, like, she stayed with me the entire time. Like, I don't have no issue with Karen. Karen ain't never did that with me. Wendy couldn't stand it, y'all. She jumped in. Karen, I know you feel like that, but let me tell you, see, she only doing that because she can mother you. Don't move the ball. Y'all said every time it's a new girl, she get them by themselves and tell them stuff about the other girls to spin them in her direction. Now that this girl told y'all she didn't do that to her, now it's, oh, she wants to be Mother Goose to everybody, or Mother Hen, or whatever the hell she said. So do she want to be Mother Hen, or do she want to spin them in her direction? Don't move the goalpost, Wendy. Don't be mad because Kayana say that's not her experience. And I know we do that as people, as women. If I don't really like somebody and I've had a bad experience and I got a bad taste in my mouth, I still don't see where Wendy had such a bad taste in her mouth with Karen. I don't see it. Self-absorbed and not a girl's girl is not enough for you to be that mad. It just ain't. She ain't said nothing about your mama, your man, your money, or your children. I don't see why the taste in your mouth is that bad. It's giving bull crap, in my humble opinion. But if you got a bad taste in your mouth, hey, Sabra Hardy, if you got a bad taste in your mouth, sometimes we have to check ourselves. Like, we can't try to poison people against somebody because we got a bad taste. And that's definitely what Wendy was giving. I don't like her. You my friend, and you better not like her neither, because I'm still mad with her. Now, that's how that came across. Kayana held her, she held her own, though. Even said she wasn't mad enough when that girl talked about her mama to be doing all this. Hello, good night. Because Nakatata called your mama a witch. And you didn't seem quite that, livid about that. But, self-absorbed and not a girl's girl. That's your bottom line. Okay. And then she's like, Karen gonna turn against you or whatever. I think Wendy forget history too. Wendy forget history. Just like her hearing those two opinions about her put a bad taste in her mouth, I think she forgets some of the stuff that she said where Karen was concerned could have colored Karen's opinion of her. Karen could have decided, well, I do like you now, but I remember that you got these tendencies. Or are we gonna forget you ain't got nair degree? We gonna forget that? Because I didn't. That was still that season when I didn't like Wendy, because I thought that was real nasty. when we all know why Karen had to leave school. I thought that was really nasty. It was really thoughtless. It was really disgusting. And it was not the behavior of a girl's girl at all. So I could see where Karen may have grown to like Wendy. She could have built a relationship with Wendy, but she still probably got that in the back of her mind that, yeah, you did that to me. I don't know. I'm not speaking for nobody. I'm just giving my opinion. Okay. Um, that's when Wendy was asked, asked the crew, everybody there have, do y'all have them opinions of Wendy that she's self-absorbed and all that? And that's when dang near everybody, I believe everybody was like, yes, she is self-absorbed. And then I heard, like I said earlier, I heard somebody say, well, we all can be self-absorbed or whatever. And that's when she got defensive and was like, oh, anybody gonna be my friend, that they need to be, secure because I'm confident and I walk in the room like God sent me. Like, girl, Wendy, stop. Just stop. Wendy. Y'all, that took me back to that season where she told me a TikTok Mia. Like, sometimes, Wendy, sometimes. We love you, baby, but sometimes, it was a lot. Evie said she wasn't mad enough when Mia accused her of extra relations with her. She wasn't. She wasn't. Mia lied on her coochie. And she's more mad about self-absorbed and not a girl's girl. So you can lie and say I had actual contact with you, but don't you say I'm not a girl's girl and I'm self-absorbed, because that's the bottom line. So then we get to the little break. They had a break and Mia was trying to strike up a conversation with Giselle, like, oh, I know you're not talking to me, but you look good. And I was like, okay, don't try to suck up. You talked about that lady churn. Don't do that. And Wendy was like, girl, she not messing with you. And Giselle was like, thank you. At least she said thank you, but she wasn't trying to talk to her. She don't want nothing to do with Mia right now. It looks that way. Jossie came out, let everybody know she engaged. She brought one of her invitations. She told the ladies that they were all going to get their own invitations, and I thought that was nice. The invitation itself was really pretty. It was this burgundy situation, real nice. You could tell it was that good paper. It wasn't that regular card stock. Good invitations. And they had like this nice, I think brass color, was it? Metallic piece that almost looked like a mirror in it. Like, it was really nice. So she said she gonna send out an invitation. She's inviting everybody because she don't have no problem with nobody. Okay, so that was nice. The man Darius, she say now he gonna be playing for Dallas, but they gonna be back and forth between Potomac and Dallas. DM Rock say, I got a question. Why was Jossie there and only on stage for 30 seconds? Well, because she was just a friend of the show and she wasn't on that many episodes. So I think that was long enough for her. She didn't have that much happening. Now, after that, a viewer asked, was she a side chick? Basically said that the way they understood it, that she was a side chick and broke up that man relationship with the churn mama. Okay. And then the same viewer then said, well, Mia, you was a side chick, and she asked for Mia's professional side chick opinion. I never knew there were professional side chicks. I didn't. Okay. Anna saying she was on the show for 39 seconds. Girl, you ain't wrong. You're not wrong. Now, Jossie says she wasn't never no side chick, and they wasn't going together when they got together. And it was like, well, you was building a friendship with him when he was with her. She said, I ain't know nothing about that. That man ain't post that woman on the social media, ain't told me nothing. And she mentioned the fact that the baby mama did get on social media and said that Jossie, didn't split up her relationship and blah, blah, blah. And I have read that in the blogs myself. The baby mama did confirm. Jossie ain't split up nothing, but she was trying to get attention off of it. And Andy did bring up that Jossie did coin the phrase gangsters and alcohol for GNA, which I thought was funny. So then we get this whole thing. DM Rock say Jossie is a liar. A liar about what? What Jossie lied about? Help me out. What did Jossie lie about, DM Rocks? Anna said, I think he was playing both ladies. He could have been, but the baby mama said that they wasn't going together when they got together. She said that when they got together, when Jossie got with him, she was no longer with him, and or whatever like that. So the baby mama said that was not the case. So if he was playing both ladies, they didn't know. Now that's what I will say. So he could have been playing both ladies, but we don't know. We don't know because they didn't know, and both of them saying that wasn't the case. And I would think if one of them was getting cheated on, one of them would say something. DM Ross, you got to tell me what Jossie supposed to be lying about. I don't know. Me personally, I'm with Anna. She was only on there for 39 seconds. I didn't hear her say too much or nothing. I heard her talking in circles like she didn't know the timeline, or she wasn't able to really give us the timeline on when he had the churn, when he got with her. She said she didn't know about the churn. Then she found out about the churn. I don't know. Hey, Breach M. Like Anna said, she was on there for 39 seconds. Okay. Now, Milk does say Jossie is in it for marrying somebody who already has you in this type of scandal. God bless. Oh, you saying Jossie's in for it? Yep, you're right. She is in for it. But y'all remember at the Love Lagoon during the season over the Karen house, when everybody was like, do you think your man, woman, wife, husband, fiance, partner ever cheated on you or is cheating on you? Jossie told him to his face, yeah. Y'all remember that? Put a 2 if y'all remember that. Put a 2 in the chat. So Jossie know what she in for. Whatever happens, good, bad, or ugly, she was ready for this. She asked for this. Didn't she? I'm just saying, didn't she? I see them twos. Y'all remember? She was real, like, she was bold with it. So then we get to the G&A thing, and they talking about, they went from athletic clothes to health and wellness. They weren't finna sell no clothes from the beginning. The stuff they had in that fashion show never made it to the website. Their website only had a tank top, a pair of socks, and some other stuff, everything black and white. It was interesting. They showed the ladies getting kicked out of the little party. They showed Ashley and Giselle speed date. Now I'm like, what does that have to do with G&A? More Ashley divorce talk, which was a joke. When Andy kind of moved the conversation to Ashley, he was like, you know what question I'm about to ask you? What question I'm about to ask you? And she said something, and he was like, no, when are you getting a divorce? Because how many years you gonna come back? I'm gonna get a divorce. I'm getting a divorce. And I told y'all the very first time it happened. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember me telling y'all that Ashley was lying to y'all about that divorce. I told you she was lying. Nobody wanted to believe me, but I told y'all. I think now they may be, but I told y'all from the jump. Ashley playing a game. Oh, I see the ones. Y'all remember I told you. And so she said, well, we filed, I signed, he signed, now it's just in the hands of the judge or whatever like that. She said she waived the right to alimony, but she getting child support, but she claims she waived the right to alimony in the prenup. Okay. But I remember distinctly. Now I'm going to ask for some more numbers in the chat because I got to make sure. Now I feel like Scissor. Chat. Hey, chat. Let me call y'all. Do y'all remember back down memory lane? BDML. Do y'all remember a point in the show where Ashley said that the prenup had expired and they were supposed to go get it redone? Y'all remember that? If you remember that, please put a 7 in the chat. Chat. Do y'all remember that? Because I do. I see a couple of 7s. Yeah. So why would you redo a prenup and say that you waived alimony in a new prenup? Why would you do that? That doesn't make sense if the first one expired. Ashley is still lying. Ashley is still lying. Right. Evie said they was getting a post-nup because of the expiration. Thank you. I didn't think I was losing my mind. All Ashley does is lie. Y'all remember Candace told her, the more you, every time you lie, your forehead get bigger and bigger. At this point, her hairline is starting in the middle of her scalp because she will not stop lying. She just won't stop. So she claimed, "Oh, I waived my right to alimony in the prenup that don't exist no more." And so she only getting child support. Stacy saying, "I'm getting alimony, but not child support," which she could have got child support, but y'all saw her talking to Chidema, the lawyer, and told her, "Oh, I know my husband. I trust my husband. I'm gonna just get alimony. I don't need child support because he'll do anything for Arabella." Remember, because she kept saying that girl name real messed up. Name the child Arabella, but every time she says it, Arabella, Arabella. Girl, you from Detroit. Y'all don't talk like that. Y'all don't talk like that. Hey, Southern Ivy. Girl, it's been a minute. Good to see you. So they did that. Then Mia gonna jump in there talking about, well, we're on our final stages of our divorce. Everybody called bull crap. Child, Wendy was like, child, Giselle said the lies. Everybody called bull crap on Mia because they know it's a lie. Then Ashley got a viewer question. They was like, is y'all actually selling clothes at all? Period. So Ashley said they done pivoted from clothes to community outreach and health and wellness. So Mia was like, is it a not-for-profit? And so they was like, no, it's not a not-for-profit. She tried to interject herself in their conversation so bad. Giselle shut her down and was like, girl, if you even get invited to anything we doing. And so she was like, well, then maybe I won't come. And Giselle was like, don't. And so apparently it's a lot of smoke in that kitchen, baby. That ain't gonna be cool for a long time. And if I was Giselle, I wouldn't be cool with a period. Y'all know I'm not a Giselle fan, but I'm definitely on Giselle's side with that one. By the time you up here trying to drag people's children's name through the mud, those cute, perfect little girls, you want to drag their names through the mud. If I was Giselle, I wouldn't like her either. Everywhere she saw me, I would roast her. I would roast her so bad. I'm telling you, she would think I was possessed with the spirit of Cat Williams. There would be nowhere she could go. If I saw her in church, I would get up like I'm finna testify, walk up to the podium and say, giving honor to Christ, who the head of my life, pastor, members, and friends. I just want to let y'all know that there's a rotten, stinking, maggot coochie hole on the third row in a yellow hat right over there. When I tell you, it would be nowhere in the world she could go that she would be safe from me. If I saw her in the courthouse, I'd put my hand on a Bible and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and announce to the whole courthouse that Mia Coochie was so stinking that it stunk up the whole Airbnb out there at Lake Norman. Everywhere she went, I would roast her. Everywhere. If she had got on national television and tried to paint my daughters in a bad light. When I got through with her, she wouldn't mention nobody daughter. I want to see if Giselle stand on business. Hey, Delicia. Now, but like I said, the smoke in that kitchen ain't clearing out no time soon. Anna said we would have beef forever in her Cardi B voice. And you right. You try to get your nasty, stinking, concrete, stucco face on TV to try to embarrass and defame my daughters. Oh, baby, forever. So anyway, they shut that down. Jossie was like, and on the kicking out stuff, you ain't had to do that. She was like, at the very least, you could have kicked us out quietly, and people laughed. But Jossie said, no, I really meant that. Y'all could have did that quietly. You ain't have to be yelling across the place like a gangster. Okay? Amanda K said, OMG, I thought the live was over once you froze. Nope, I'm still here. Adrian Marie say, didn't Giselle say on the Breakfast Club, she thought that she's through with her, she don't talk to her no more. Well, we could see she don't talk to her. But Giselle done said stuff before, and then she still be all right with people later, especially certain folks. But it looked like she might be gonna stand on it. Tamika said, I'm hollering, not at church. I would. I would. I'm telling you, I couldn't even lead a song in the church if she was in there. All my ad libs will be calling her a stank hole. I promise you. All of them. But so she was like, yeah, you ain't had to do that. And so Giselle was like, yeah, you right. You know, she didn't say you right, but she was like, I was mad at Karen and I took it out on y'all. And Andy was, you know, trying to give her props because you did apologize and we ain't really been seeing you apologize. And Giselle said she turning over a new leaf and stuff. Okay. Now, Andy asked her, you know, because they was about to end her segment. And he asked her, you know, how did you enjoy everything? And she was like, you know, despite hearing some of the stuff that was said or whatever. And I think, you know, you kind of have to expect that being on these type of shows. So she was like, despite all that, I enjoyed being around this group of ladies. I had a good time and all of that. So Ashley gonna jump in and like, wait a minute. Now, Ashley, she's a lying, stinking, strange, the clown looking heifer. However, she good at getting to the mess. Baby, Ashley say, before you go. Ashley say, before you go. Because I heard y'all talking about what happened down in Miami with Mia's birthday. What actually went on down in Miami to Mia's birthday. And so Jossie proceeds to tell everybody that she and Stacy were invited to Miami for Mia's birthday party. So she gave them invitations and they came on down there. And once they got down there, they ain't seen Mia. Okay? Mia didn't take Stacy calls. Nothing. So these girls made a blank trip from Potomac all the way to Miami. I'm sure they had a good time. Hey, Sherry Trinice. She said, the way Giselle is acting, her hands are clean and we forgot about the previous seasons. I'm with you when you're right, but I also feel like that's that woman churn. And I feel like she should absolutely stand on business if you talking trash about her babies. You know that's right, Sherry. You know you wouldn't let nobody say nothing nasty like that about your children. You know that, right? But so Mia kept trying to interject and overtalk, and everybody, baby, all of them was like one band, one sound. They kept like, no, let her talk. And so Stacy was telling what happened to and everything like that, and only them two was invited. Mia didn't invite nobody else. She didn't invite nobody else. She invited Jossie because remember, Jossie was brought in as her friend, and so was Jackie, which I'm still trying to figure out why in the hell does Mia have two friends on the show when she barely got a storyline? She got Father Time and a cave troll as a boyfriend and two friends on the show. It just didn't make no sense to me. But she invited her friend and then she invited Stacy. It don't make no sense. It just didn't make no sense. Them the only two people you invited. So Mia kept trying to lie, and Mia gonna turn around and blame it on her point of contact person. I had a point of contact person, and then she said, "I didn't even know y'all was there. I didn't know y'all was in Miami." That's what she said. Okay, and Stacy was like, "You lying. You are a liar. You are a liar. You are a liar. You are a liar." Okay. And because Mia was like, well, I made sure I talked to them after we got back or something. Stacy was like, you ain't never talked to me. She was like, I texted you. She said, but you did not speak to me. You don't have she's like, you have somebody come all the way to Miami and they don't even see you for your birthday. That's a conversation, not a text message. And Stacy would be right. Okay. So that's when she blamed her, my POC, just lying. So they was like, girl, you knew we was coming because you invited me and I told you. She said, you RSVP'd to my POC. And Stacy said, no, the hell I didn't. I texted your phone. And so Stacy, honey, whips out the Celica phone and hands it over to Andy Cohen. Andy trying to read, Mia still trying to talk over it. Like, baby, that ain't going to get it. Andy went to reading the messages and they put it up on the screen. Mia invited, told them what the itinerary was, what they supposed to wear, which days. One day, one event supposed to been black, one event they supposed to been wearing white, all that. Stacy was like, oh, I can't wait to come celebrate you, girl. I will be there. I am coming. Mia acknowledged in the text message, well, I'm gonna see you there. I can't wait to see you there, yada yada yada. So you can't say that she RSVP'd to your POC, because how y'all was on the phone texting like y'all was good girlfriends. Mm-hmm. Y'all was texting like she was your ace boon coon, your buzzard back buddy. Now all of a sudden, oh, she RSVP'd to your POC. You is a POC lie. Use a POC lie. And somebody need to call the DOT for all them potholes in your face. But that's neither here nor there. Then after that, after Andy read the messages, okay. Then he reads the text when Stacy arrived in Miami and messaged her and was like, girl, I'm here. I can't wait to celebrate you. I am here to celebrate you, girl. Okay, girl. Mia ain't respond. Andy could see what she didn't even read it till the next day. The next day. And so they tried to, work it out again. Stacy texted her back. She's still pleasant and stuff. Like, girl, I'm ready to celebrate you. And I'm, I can't go to one thing or whatever, but I'm coming to your dinner. I'm going to be at your dinner. Stacy jumps up, gets ready, go to the restaurant for Mia's dinner. She get there. Mia ain't there. Mia says she showed up an hour late. This was the only thing I was confused about. If you're having a dinner for your birthday, where was the rest of your friends? There should have been a party of people there, so Stacy could have got with them, and she could have waited with them and whatever until you showed up. So is it that everybody bailed on your birthday? Was it that nothing was planned really, or it didn't pan out, or the money didn't get paid for the birthday? Jossie said that Jacqueline told her that Mia was more concerned about incomplete, and that's why she wasn't on top of her business. Jossie says she told Mia how upset Stacy was, and she said Mia did not care. And then Mia started crying. I'm going through a lot, and Wendy stopped a mid sniffle. She's like, I'm going through a lot. Wendy stopped her mid sniffle and was like, listen, girl, I'm your friend, but all this here, the minute you get your back, up against the wall and people call you on your stuff, now you crying. Tracy, DS supposed to be man in that corner, and DS ain't man in the corner. You man the corner. Make sure you ain't getting too crazy. But this was the thing, right? This the thing. The thing is, Wendy's right. Every time Mia get caught in her stuff where she done lied and them lies start crashing into each other, like them planes that keep falling out the sky, then we get the crying and the sniffling. Then we get the foolishness. Then we get the I'm going through so much. And Giselle was like, girl, we all going through a lot. And Mia like, but we all deal with things different. And it is, no, not at all. So then we get down to the final break on this episode, and they're all leaving the stage or whatever. Mia goes straight to Stacy's dressing room, y'all. Straight there. And apparently, I don't know whether Jossie was already in there or whether Jossie came in later. You know how production be doing the clip, clip, clip. The snip, snip, snip. So I don't know when Jossie got there, but Jossie was in there too. So she was apologizing to them, in the dressing room or whatever. And Stacy was like, girl, I don't believe you. I believe this is what we're getting because you got caught in your stuff. And if you had not got caught in your stuff, you would not be even in here apologizing. This feels disingenuous. And I'm with Stacy. That did look very disingenuous. It wasn't making no sense to me. I couldn't make no sense out of that. And she talked with him a little bit or whatever. And Stacy was like, I'm not ready to accept that. I'm not ready for that, from you right now. I'm not ready to hear you right now. So Mia was like, well, I understand. Thank you for listening to me. Then when she left out the room, she walking off telling, I guess that was a member of production, I'm leaving. I can't take this. I'm leaving. Then she went in her dressing room and started like loud crying. Loud crying. Okay, Sherry said, I like Mia so much the first season. She really disappointed me. I tried to like her the first season. It was heading in the right direction the first season. And then before the season was over, she had lost me. But I did want to like her. I did want to like her. It was tough though. It was tough, especially after she let us know that she was hunching for all the time in the Waffle House bathroom. It was tough. It was so tough. But then we hear her loud crying and stuff, and that's when we start getting like the flashes from next week or the week after, because we never know when these clips are from. A lot of times they'll show you stuff from the final one to make sure you tune in for the next one. So we don't know when it happened. I think this one's from the next one where we see her come back on the stage and everybody start checking her on all the mess she been doing and using her family and telling all these lies. And we see her get up and walk off the stage to leave. So, you know what I'm saying? It looks like she made good on her promise to leave. I think this is when we start to get Eddie out. I think the men come out. I think that's when the men come out, is the next episode. And Eddie had the conversation with TJ. And the rumor that's out is TJ is saying that Stacy paid him to pretend to be her man or whatever. So don't tell me we got another Detroit girl renting a man. I hope not, because we can't take too much more of that. P.S. RHOA is supposed to be coming back out on March the 9th. I hope y'all are ready. Bianca, thank you so much for putting the link to my book in the chat. Little Girl, Big World. Okay. The Survival Guide. Make sure you got a copy for every young girl in your house. But yeah, so it don't look good. It don't look good. And I still don't know. Geneva said, what's with Detroit women renting men? I don't know. Them girls different. What I do know is we saw a clip of Wendy like being called, like somebody called her, and the fact that she was able to take the call indicate that it must have happened while they were on a break or like an intermission. And she was like, excited, like what, like she got some real shocking news. So I don't know if that's referring to the fight we heard about that happened, or if that's referring to Mia leaving, or if that's referring to something with TJ and the conversation he had with Eddie. I don't know what that conversation is about. I don't know, but it looked like Wendy got some shocking news. Okay, so that's kind of where it's at right now. Sabra said Mia's a horrible actress. I was surprised Karen was taped saying Candace reached out to her. Why were you surprised? She don't hate Candace. She don't hate Candace at all. I'm gonna tell y'all something else that I noticed. Can I tell y'all? Mm-hmm. Mm? Okay. Should I say something? Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna be quiet. Sometimes I say things that I shouldn't say. Should I say that? Hmm. Mm. Mm. But yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I almost said the wrong thing. Auntie, you were talking about tell it. Carrie say it. No. Mm-mm. Sometimes I need to be quiet. Sometimes I need to be quiet. I think that's good for me. I might say it in Discord, but I ain't gonna say it out here. I need to shut up sometime. I do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. But yeah, so like I was saying, with the whole TJ thing, I don't know. I don't know. Southern Ivy say sing it then. I'm gonna say something in Discord. I ain't gonna say nothing in here. But yes, that the whole thing with TJ it don't look good for Stacy. The fact that they said not only was he on FaceTime, that it was on camera. So that means the cameraman was back there recording when Eddie went on FaceTime with TJ. So that's interesting. Um, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Mm, I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. It don't look good. It don't look good. And it really takes me back to the statement that Wendy, thought she was dropping a bomb when Karen said that she's very smart and educated. You know, Karen knew that Stacy was coming in there to play the role. Karen knew she was coming in there to play a role. I wonder what else Karen knows. I wonder what else Karen knows. I'm also interested to find out once Jackie brings her butt out there, if they are going to, hey Edgy-ish, if they're going to bring up the fact that you was talking about court case, but you ain't mentioned the fact that your sister sitting in jail for the death of a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have to ask that. And I would also be asking Mia if Jackie's sister was still the one watching them children, and is that why Gordon went and got them babies from over there? I want to know if that's going to be discussed, because it should be. The way she tried to villainize Gordon and his mental health, oh, he's so crazy, he's so manic, yada yada yada. I really want to know if that's going to be a topic of conversation, because it should be. Now, Tamika G, I'm gonna put you in the corner. I'm gonna put you in the corner because you crazy. Mm-hmm. Amanda K said, I wish, but Andy not gonna do it. If Andy don't do it, one of them other women need to do it. If Andy doesn't do it, one of those other women need to do it. Sherry say, do you think they'll bring Stacy back if they find out she hired old boy? Time will tell. Time will tell. They brought Mia back, and Mia lied about everything. Mia lied about everything, and they brought her back. So it's anything's possible at this point. If we being for real, that anything goes. Anything goes. Now that's all I can say about that. I can't call it. I cannot call it. But yeah, we saw a lot of interesting things supposed to be coming up in the next couple of episodes. I don't know. Time will tell, y'all. Time will tell. So listen, I think we may as well go and get up out of here. Let's go and wrap it up. We done been in here for 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 14 seconds. Baby, it's time for y'all to say good night. Okay, so you know what time it is. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Please hit your notification bell. Click all so you will know every single time we go live on this good channel. Okay, subscribe if you haven't, because you know we happy to have you here. You know this, okay? And if you want to join channel membership, hit the join button beneath the video or the membership link in the description box, okay? Also, I'll make sure that my wish list is there, the link for my book is there, and our merchandise store. And listen, y'all enjoy the rest of your night. Be positive, be productive, encourage other people, encourage yourself, okay? Show love to everybody around you. And remember, in case no one else tells you, God loves you, I love you, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.